Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to kit up another one of my 5 oldest kits. This is actually my second oldest kit, and it is a Randal Spangler, and it is called Universe in a Jar. So you may have seen the unboxing of this. I'm going to kit it up next month, or probably this month by the time you see it, March, is a dragon event that I'm hoping to participate in, or at the very least I'll be doing it at the same time. I have separated everything according to DMC color. However, my last DAC kit, which is Wishes, I kitted up by color. This time, instead of kitting up by DMC or by color like I did with Wishes, I thought I would kit up by symbol because I've had so many of you telling me that kitting up by symbol is so much easier. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so we'll see what happens. So when I unboxed it, this kit, I've got this color ready to go first, even though it's kind of gonna be out of order because this bag was ripped and I have extra drills here, and complete blonde moment. I probably spent 10 minutes looking for this tray, going, where is it? What did I do with it? And then realized it's already sitting on the table because I used it to catch the drills that had come out of this bag. So yeah, you know that whole, where are my glasses? They're on top of your head. Where's my phone? It's in your hand. Oh yeah. Also, I'm going to be using my funnel because I'm going to be using one of my bottle cases. This is an older kit from DAC. It does have the pre-cut stickers, but just to save myself some worry, I'm going to put it on my bottles that have the washi tape on the top, just since it is an older kit. And I'm going to use, this is a funnel that I got from Bella Art Dana Cole. I keep forgetting, I think I've mentioned that's where I've got it in several videos, but I always get lots of questions about it. So this is a bottle funnel. The bottles just slit in here like this with the lids off, obviously, and then you just pour your drills in there. I did not grab, however, my static guard, so let's cross our fingers that I don't need it. So I've got all the bottles out of the bottle cases. I only have 50 colors. Some of them I know I'm going to need more than one bottle, but I will just do that when I get to them. Also, because I'm planning to do this by symbol, I'm not quite sure how to do it. So my plan is to do numbers first, 0 to 9, and then to do the alphabet A to Z. Then after that, it was kind of a breakdown of people just kind of did it after that in whatever order they felt like. I had people tell me they did it by keyboard symbol. I had people tell me they did it by, I don't know, various ways that made sense to them, I'm sure. I'm gonna just do the numbers and then the alphabet and then see what I have left, because I think I can put some arrows in there. I've got an up arrow, a down arrow, an arrow going this way, an arrow going that way. Then I've got these greater and less than symbols. So maybe I'll also do math symbols because I've got a division, I've got an equal sign, I've got the greater and less than, I've got a plus. But then some of these I don't know what to do with. Like, do you just lump everything else into keyboard? Because like, here's a pound sign, that's a keyboard symbol. Here's what could be a period, that could be a keyboard symbol, but that's definitely not a keyboard symbol. That's not a keyboard symbol. That's not a keyboard symbol. So I'm just gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna do 0 through 9, then I'm gonna do the alphabet. Then I think what I'm going to do is mathematical symbols and arrows, and then probably just whatever's left. So we'll see how that goes for me. And then once I start diamond painting, I'm sure you'll probably see this kit in a whip and chat because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to like it, not having everything in by DMC. The other thing that I thought of is, when I dekit, then I have to kind of go back and put everything in DMC order so I can dekit it. Although I guess it doesn't have to be in DMC order, it just makes it easier because that's how my spare drill storage is set up, is by DMC. But also I don't necessarily always have it in DMC for my Elizabeth Ward while I'm diamond painting. So yeah, I'm just going to try this and we'll see how it goes for me. So I've got everything separated by DMC, like I said. I've got my funnel here for the bottles. I'm going to start with this one, and then I'll just put it in the bottle just to get the tray cleaned out, and then I will start with my ABs, put those at the beginning because they are number 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll just kind of go from there. So let's jump in. Okay, so since I'm going to start with numbers, I'm just going to start with the first 3 here, because these are my ABs, but they are numbered 1, 2, 3. Obviously, I'm going by the symbol, not the serial number of it. So, well, I was going to kit those up first, but I guess I'll just do these first. 124 is our pink AB here. Okay, so that one is ready to go. Then number 2 is our yellow AB. I don't think I cut that all the way. All right, so there is our yellow AB, and then our last AB is the white one here. Well, just spilled those everywhere because of course I did. Okay, so there's all of our ABs. Now, I'm going to stick this in the little pocket so that I know that's what drill kit these are for. Let me go ahead and kit up these ones that fell out. 645, that's an F. Okay, so that's going to be my alphabet, so that's okay that it's coming up. But just so I can get the drills out of here, so I can put the tray underneath here so that if I spill any more, they're not everywhere. I think I can get all of those in there, even though I spilled one. Okay. Whoa, that's really close. I don't think I could get any more in there if I tried. All right, so that's going to be F. So now let's see, what other numbers do I have? I've got a number 4 here. So let me pull that off, because that'll be my next one. Do I have any other numbers? I've got a 7 here. I wonder how they decide what symbols they're going to use, because they don't use the same symbols every time, except for 310. At least Diamond Art Club doesn't. So, all right, do I have any other numbers here? I do not. All right, just double checking so I can make sure I didn't miss any. Okay, so number 4 is DMC 498. So let me grab that one so I can pour it in here. Now, there are a couple of these colors that I know are not going to fit into one bottle, specifically a couple of the dark blues. So we'll see how that goes for me. All right, the number 7 is, 798. This is one that I have 2 bags of. So let's see, I've got 10 extra bottles because I only have 50 colors. So we'll see if I need extra. Can I get all of this in one bottle? Can I get away with 2 bottles, or am I gonna need 3? Ooh, that's pretty full. So let me go ahead and dump the rest of these. That's pretty full, but I maybe could get a few more in there. But let me dump, because the second bag doesn't seem as full as the first one was. So let me dump the rest of those in there. And then let's see how far I get. Because 2 bottles for this color would be okay. Whoops. Okay, so that must be full because they're spilling out. Okay, so there's that one. I think that's pretty full. Even if I tap it down, I don't think there's a whole lot more room. Can I get the rest of these in here without it spilling? Let me just dump them out here, and then let's see if I can get them. Okay. Got them all in 2 bottles. Now I need to get out my extra stickers so I can write the number on there, but for now I will just put it in order and we'll call that good. Okay, so then number 9 is 907. That definitely can all go in one bottle. There's not a ton of drills in this one, so they should all fit. Gotta say, I'm finding all my little funnels so super handy. All right, so that's 0 to 9. That's all my numbers. Then I want to start with the alphabet. So let me get some bottles over here. So do I have an A? I do. Do I have a B or a C? I think I saw a C, but I don't remember seeing a B. So I've got a C, then D or E. I've got an E, but no D. So E is that. And then next would be my F, which I've already filled. And then do I have a G? No, but I have an H. So let me pull that one. Okay. All right. I think that's good enough for me to start. A is 37.55. I think this will all go in one bottle. I hope anyway. All right. I mean, it's kind of weird that I'm not going in DMC order. All right, C is 700, but I guess it's not any weirder than the way that I normally cut up Elizabeth Ward's, which is just to kind of pick. With my Elizabeth Ward system, I generally pick the ones that I have the most drills of, and I do those first because they're going to go in the largest Elizabeth Ward containers. All right, 977. But it is a little weird to have separated them by DMC and then not be kitting them up by DMC. Ooh, a little bit of static with these. All right, okay, so that's my first row of drills. And then actually this one is next because that was E, so that's F. I don't have a G, so here we have H, and that's 947. Here's the 947. Had one jump out there. Okay, so there's 947. So I'm at H. So H, I, J, K. I've got a K and an L. So let's do those two. Then do I don't have an M, but I have an N. No O, but I have a P. Okay, and then a couple more bottles. No Q, no R, but I do have an S and a T. And then I think I just have a couple of more letters, and then I will be done with the alphabet. Okay, S, T. All right, let me just grab 2 more bottles and we'll finish out the letters. Oh no, I have 3 more letters. T, so I've got a V and an X. So let's do those. V. Oh, I didn't pull the X off. I was like, where did it go? X. And then I have a Y, but no Z. Right? Am I looking at that correctly? Let me go through. No letters, no numbers. Also no letters, but no numbers. No letters. Good gravy. See, this is already frying my brain. Okay, so that's the end of the alphabet. So K is 550, which is right here. So those can go in. Then L is 796. Okay, 796, I only have 1 bag. So let's see if that all will go in 1 container. See if I get lucky. Ooh, I think that is super close. Okay, not as close as I thought. All right, so there's L. No M, but we have an N, which is 327. So 3s are right here. Okay, so not very many in this one either. One that missed right there. Okay, then P is 3325. Maybe I'm going to get a lot of these where I don't have very many drills kind of out of the way. Whoops, I did not cut that. There we go. There it opened. Thought I didn't cut it deep enough to actually get into the package there. All right, so that's P. So then S is 3853. You guys, not gonna lie, my type A personality is kind of uncomfortable with this. But we'll see how this goes. All right. So that was S. Then T is 300. I will say doing it this way does make me pay more attention to the DMC of the drills because they're not in order. So I guess that's a good thing because then I'm not going to accidentally put it in the wrong place. I thought I could get all those in there, but it doesn't look like it. So that's kind of a bummer that I need an extra bottle just for these, but it is what it is. Okay, and again, I will put a sticker on the top there that says what it is, but for now, I'll just stick it in there in order so I know what DMC it is. All right, now I need $7.97. Now $7.97, see, this is where my OCD comes in, because I have, in my bottle case, my bottles are in rows of 10, and I'm in the second row, 9 are filled. So if I put $7.97 in, then I have to wrap around to the next row for the rest of $7.97, which for most people is no big deal. They've all got stickers on them, you know what they are, but just my organizational heart wants to leave like an empty space there so that all the $7.97s are in a row. See, this would be less difficult if I would have been able to get all of these in one bottle, but still would have annoyed me because I have a feeling this is going to take at least 3 bottles. All right, maybe not. These are not as full as I thought they were, so maybe not, but I bet I'm going to take at least 1. So let me pull 2 over here just to see which ones I'm going to need. Oh, okay, so that went all in one bottle, mostly. So there's actually a little bit of room in the top of that one. So let me do the second one here and see how many, if this is going to fill it up or if I could need more room. Ooh, no, these are all going to go in as well. Cool. So actually, I'm happy with that. They all went in just 2 containers, but now again, I'm split because I couldn't get these 2 all in one, and if I could have, then those 2 would sit next to each other. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see, because this is not completely full and there's not very many of these, if I can just get them all in there. Haha. Okay. See, that probably makes not a bit of difference to many people out there, but for me, the fact that that now ends a DMC at the end of the row makes me happy. Would it have mattered if I left it the other way? No, not really, but I mean, it wouldn't have affected my diamond painting or anything. It just would have been one of those low-grade annoying things for me. I have enough things on my plate. If I can avoid something like that, then I will. All right, so that was X, and then we have Y. So this is my last alphabet letter. And then I'm going to, this one is kind of full. Don't know if this is all going to go in there, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to. Nope, that's pretty full already. So I'm not going to get those all in one, which is fine. I still have plenty of bottles left, I think. Okay, so that ends my alphabet, and I've used 3 of my 10 extra bottles, so I still have, no, is that true? Let me see here. I should only have 7 left. So in my extra pile, I had too many in my extra pile because I've used 3 extras. I should have 7. Okay, that's where I'm at. All right. Okay, so since I'm done with the alphabet, now I'm going to do math symbols. And what order am I going to do them in, you ask? Well, I'm going to do them sort of in order of operations. So plus, minus, multiply, divide, and then I'm just going to throw in everything else that's in there. So I do have a plus, and I'm going to call this line a minus symbol. I don't know if that's what it's intended to be, but just for my purposes, that's what I'm going to call it. Like, is that a minus symbol? Is that how most of you do it? Or would that be like a dash and it goes in a different place? All right, I don't have a multiply. I guess you could have called X multiply if you wanted to, but I'm going to use my division symbol here. It's actually a percent symbol. Because technically this slash would be the division on my 10 key. So what do I want to do? Plus, minus, okay. We've got an equal sign, so let me grab that one, an equal sign. And then we'll put the percent sign, and then I've got greater than and less than signs. I mean, I guess you could call those arrows or something if you wanted to. See, this is where it gets confusing to me because, I mean, I guess ultimately, like I said, it doesn't really matter as long as it makes sense to me because I'm the one that's going to be doing the diamond painting. So less than, greater than. Do I have anything else I would classify as a math symbol? Like I said, I could classify this backslash or forward slash as a math symbol, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I probably technically could count that as a math symbol too, because that stands for approximately. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to include that as a math symbol as well. All right, I think everything else is just going to be a weird keyboard or something. Although, you know what I'm just now noticing? This is a Diamond Art Club kit, and this is almost always the symbol for black, but in this one, it is the symbol for 939. How odd. There is no 310 in this kit, so I don't think it'll throw me off, but I don't know that I've ever seen another DAC where that wasn't the symbol for 310. I don't remember seeing it used anywhere but for 310. Cool. Yeah, the rest of these are all weird symbols, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so plus is 963. That kind of blows my mind. I honestly can't remember seeing it ever used for anything but 310. I mean, I've not been diamond painting as long as some other people. Okay, 699 is right here. I'm trying to make sure these aren't getting out of order so I know where to go to look for the DMCs, even though I'm getting it up by symbol. All right, so there's our minus. Then we've got our equal sign, which is 3854. It is going to make for an interesting, I mean, the colors are harder to see when it's a bottle case rather than the Elizabeth Ward because you can't really see through the top of the bottles, especially mine since I have the washi tape on top. Yeah, interesting. Okay, then I have 648. Also, I don't have the DMC numbers memorized. Like if it's one that I use all the time, like 939 or 823 or 310 or 3371, those, and of course my favorite red, 666, those I have memorized. But a lot of the other colors, you could tell me the DMC and I would have no idea even what color family it was in. Is it a blue? Is it a green? I guess I just don't think it matters, right? Because even if it's this brown is 938, odds are it's going to be a different dye lot on a different painting. I mean, it might still say DMC 938, but it could be a completely different shade of brown. 976. Gosh, I'm going to finish up with a lot of the 900s first. I finished the 4 and the 5 because I think there was only one each of those DMCs in the 4 and 500s. All right, not too many drills of that color. All right, and then our last math symbol here, oh, which also happens to be the last bottle in this row. So that makes my little type A heart happy. So this will be the last one in this row. Okay. All right, so now what do I want to do? Do I want to do arrows next? Do I want to do circles? I think I'm going to do arrows just because those are kind of not ambiguous. So it's mostly pretty straightforward what is an arrow and what isn't. So 4 arrows should be up, down, right, left, right? All right, so here's one, here's one. So we've got left, up, down, and right. So does it make a difference? Do you just put all the arrows together? Does it matter if it's like in this configuration or does it have to be up, down, left, right? Since they're not in DMC order, what difference does it make, right? Yeah, I think I'm just curious to know how everybody's mind works. Like, why do you put them in the order that you do? And like I said, lots of people said they put them in all the keyboard symbols together. Well, what are you considering keyboard symbols? Like my keyboard has a 10 key, but a lot of people's doesn't. Does that make a difference? Ooh, okay, so 823. This is one of the colors I have a bunch of. I have 3 bags of this color. So I'm gonna grab 2 of my extra bottles and we'll see how far I get putting these all in bottles. How full are these bags going to be? Do I need 4? Because I also have, I guess I only have 2 bags of 939. I'm trying to watch the bottle underneath the funnel and see when it's getting full. These are a little bit staticky. Okay, so there's 1. And I still have part of this bag left. So let me get that in there. Okay, so I have a feeling I'm gonna need 4 of these. All right, hang on. I didn't quite cut through that bag all the way and it's causing them to not pour out properly. Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna need 4 bottles for this one. All right, so that one, well, that one still has a little bit of room, but let me at least get it in the bottle because it's a little easier to pour from the bottle to another bottle. I did not cut that far enough down. Okay. So let me see how much of this 3rd bottle I can get in the first 2. Hopefully without spilling them, but there's the first one. Then how much of this can I get into the 2nd one? It probably doesn't matter because I bet I'm going to need a 3rd one, but let me grab a 3rd one. Nope, definitely going to need a 4th. Okay. So I'm just gonna do that because I think most of the ones, the colors that I have left, except for 939, I don't think I'm gonna need extra bags or extra bottles for those. I hope not anyway. All right, so let me get all these bottles of 823 in my container or my case here. All right, then I have this arrow, which is 647. Okay, so let me grab 647 and fill that up. And then 3607 is my next one. That one does not have too many drills at all, so that can definitely go in 1 bottle. Also, when you put your bottles in your case, do you have to make sure that the numbers and symbols are facing you as they're in the case, like everything is all oriented the same way? While I'm diamond painting, I don't necessarily worry about it too much, but when I'm first putting them in there, I want everything nice and neat and straight. All right, so that ended arrows. Now what do I want to do? I think I want to do circles and then triangles. No, I'm going to do triangles first because I've got 4 different triangles. So I've got this triangle and this triangle. Triangle's a weird word if you say it enough. Do you ever do that with words? Like I'll be spelling a word and be like, did I spell that right? Am I even pronouncing it right? It sounds weird after you say it so many times. Lots of words are like that, I find. All right, so there's all my triangles. So upper left, upper right, see lower left and lower right. Now I need them in that order. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so is there anything else on here I would consider a triangle? See, I'm considering maybe like the radioactive symbol here, or maybe the hourglass, because they're made of triangles. This is how I'm justifying it, because it isn't. Yeah, this is why I kit up in DMC, because it seems simpler. Like probably after I paint for a while, and I'll just learn where all the symbols are, but it just seems strange. Okay, so I've got my triangles, so 155. So 155 is over here. I cut that low enough. Okay, I did. So there's 155, then 775. Trying to look and see, everything is kind of spread out because of the way I'm doing this. so it's kind of hard to tell where I'm at. Okay, those are all going to go in. Yes. So there's that triangle. Now I need 37.99. Ooh, this one is kind of full. So I might need an extra bottle for this one. Let's see how this one goes. A little bit of static because one of them is hanging on the outside of the bag. Okay, nope, I'm definitely going to need another bottle for that. It's not completely full, but it's not going to hold all the ones that are left. You just put them all in a second one. No big deal. So yeah, this one is not very full, but that's okay. I have extras, so it's all good. Although, same thing. This one's going to go at the end of the row, and this one isn't. I guess I could make the triangles go in a different order. How much is $8.90? Okay, maybe this is going to make me a little bit happy. My triangles are not going to be in the order that I thought they should be, but then I won't have one hanging out at the end of the row and the color moves on to the next row. So that will make me happy. All right, so $8.90 can go at the end of that row. Then those two bottles can start the next row. Then I've got my hourglass, which is $6.40. So let me get $6.40. See if these will all go in one. Yes. And then my last triangle, which is the radioactive symbol here, is $37.87. Move some of the drills kind of closer to me so I can reach them easy. All right, let's get all these in here. Okay, now I'm done with triangles. Now what do I want to do? So do I want to do circles now, and what am I considering a circle? Okay, so I'll start with one circle. Here's how we're going to do this. So one circle, which is usually the 310 symbol, but I'll go with it. And then this has two circles on it, or dots, whatever you want to call it. And this one has 3. Now, that leaves me the question of, do I consider this is really a square, not a dot. And that has a circle in it, but it also has lines, so I'm not going to do that. Same with this one. Okay, so those are going to be my 3 circle ones. So 939, and I've got 2 bags of 939, so I'm definitely going to grab extra bottles for that. Okay, one of these bags seems pretty full and the other one not quite so much. So we'll see how this goes here. Okay, so that is pretty full. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up needing 3 bottles for this color, which is fine. Like I said, I've got extra. It's not the end of the world. I just always prefer to have one container empty, especially when I'm using the bottles, because then I can use that for my trash drills. But I suppose that's probably just a me thing too. I know a lot of people use like trash drill trays, which I do sometimes too when I'm using the Elizabeth Ward. Whoops! Got busy talking and wasn't paying attention. All right, let me dump a few of those out. All right. And let's put the rest of these in bottle number 3. Did I have one escape? I thought I saw one. There it is. It was hiding out. All right, so we've got 3 bottles of 939. And I'm actually, because these are going to get my stickers on them and my stickers are removable, I'm actually going to switch it out for one that doesn't have any washi tape, because I know my stickers will peel off nicely, so I don't need to worry about it. All right, 844 is the 2 dots. Pretty sure these will all go in one. I think I'm getting close to the end. Okay, that wasn't an actual drill. That was just a piece of junk. All right, so there's that one. And then my last is the 3 dots, and that is 208. All right, so there's 208. Now I have to decide what symbols come next. This is the difficult part for me. Oh, okay. So what do I have left? I just have all these kind of weird symbols left, and I don't feel like any of them kind of go together. So I guess at this point, I just throw them all on there and it's whatever. Like, I'm trying to see what would even be keyboard options. That could be on a keyboard. That could be on a keyboard. That could be on a keyboard. Oh, and this can be on a keyboard. All right, so let's do that. So ones that could be on a keyboard. So we've got the little, I'm going to call it a period. I don't know if that's what it is or not. It's like a square. Then we've got our little caret. We've got our little pound symbol or hashtag, whatever you want to call it. And we've got our little forward slash. Okay, is there anything else on here that would be on a keyboard? Because that's kind of a forward slash, but it's really thick. So I'm going to say no, none of these are going to be on a keyboard. Okay, so 3770 is this color. This has been an interesting exercise for me. I think maybe now that I think about it and I've kind of gone somewhat through this process. All right, now I need 209. The reason that I do it in DMC is because that's less decisions for me. Now, maybe if you do it kit up by symbol all the time and you have kind of picked out how you do all this, but for me doing it this first time, it's a lot of decisions for me to figure out which set of symbols am I going to do. Like numbers and alphabet, I get. Ooh, this one may need an extra bag or an extra bottle as well. All right, let me grab an extra bottle here. Grab one that doesn't have washi tape on the top. Probably should have used those two first. I've got two that don't have any washi tape on them. All right, so I'm actually on my last row here. Let's see if I'm going to have enough bottles left. How many extra bottles have I used? I've used 10, so I don't have any extra bottles. However, I don't think I'm going to need them for any of the colors that I have left, so I think I'm okay. So I won't have an extra bottle for trash drills, but that's okay. All right, let's get these in here. That's just lucky that that worked out the way it did because I was not paying attention to how many extra bottles I was actually using. So then these are all just kind of going to go in there, I guess, in DMC order. Because there's no real rhyme or reason. I'm just going to mix them up then, I guess. Because that way they're not in DMC order, right? And I'll just learn which symbols are where and it'll be fine. So let me get all these put on here because I've only got 2 left. So let me just pull off these stickers. Plus, I'm just thinking too, if I had done my Josephine wall by symbol, I don't know what that would have looked like because there's so many different symbols because of how many colors there are. I don't know that that would have really been any faster for me to kind of learn where everything is than just doing it by DMC. Although I can see how kitting that one up using colors, so like all the blues are in one place, all the purples are in one place, etc. I could see how that would be helpful. Probably still not the way I would have done it, but I can see how that would be helpful. Okay, please all go in there. Ugh. This one, I'm going to try and make them all go in there. It may not work, but I'm going to try. Those are not all going to go in one bottle. So now here's my dilemma. I don't have any extra bottles left. And most of the ones that I used extra of, there is quite a bit extra. So I can't like try to force it. Even if I tried to force this into this bottle, I don't think I would get all of them in there. So what am I going to do? I am going to grab a baggie, and these are old baggies that I used when I set up my very first spare storage system. I went to a bigger bag later, so I have all these extra kind of bags, polymill bags sitting around. So I'm just going to put them in there. You can see it's not a huge amount of drills at all. I'm just going to set that there because I need to put a sticker on it. But in the meantime, let me finish all of the rest of the colors because I've only got 4 colors left here. And all of these should go in one bottle. So I shouldn't have any problem with the rest of these. 3837, that definitely will fit. 820, now that I'm looking at it, is that all going to go in one? Oh, you guys, you don't know how much it's paining me that these are not DNC order. Oh, okay. So those are the ones that definitely would fit in one bottle. Now let's try 820 and see if it's all gonna fit. I think it will. It's not a huge bag, but let's see. Okay. Whew. All right, so there's 820. Okay, I had some that stuck to the funnel, but all right. So I don't need this anymore. I need stickers though, and I need a pen. All right, so I've got my square stickers out here just because this is a square kit. So 334. And then I need to look at all of my other bottles and see what kind of stickers I need to put on the top of my bottles. All right, so 334. So here's what it looks like so far. And then I'm going to take my extra 334 drills and I'm just going to put them up at the top. So what numbers do I need? I need 798. I need 797. I need 400. I need 823. Now, do I need to label every single one of these? I don't. But I personally, if I pull out just one bottle, like if I just pull out this bottle and it's sitting there, I probably can figure out from looking, gosh, the only hole where the drill is missing is that particular spot. But just to be on the safe side, I will just do it this way. You may choose to do it differently, and however works for you is what you should do. All right, then I need 823s. All right, and then what colors do I need now? I need 37.99. I need 2.939. And I need 1.301. And that should be all I need to finish marking all of these. All right, so 37.99 goes there, 2.939, and then 301. Okay, and then I can put my extra stickers away. And now I have everything kitted up. So everything has a label on it. It is in symbol order. So I've got 1 through 9, and then I've got every alphabet letter I have through Y. Then I have my mathematical symbols. Then I've got my arrows. Then I've got my triangles. Then I've got circles. And then I've got keyboard symbols. And then I've got whatever these are. I mean, I know what I would call these. This looks like a little antenna kind of thing. This looks like a push pin to me. This looks like a Tetris piece. But they don't really go with anything else. And yeah, like I said, I'm just wondering with Diamond Painting Deutschland with 275 colors in Melody and Pink, I don't even know if I would be able to come up with a system to group all of the symbols. Because if I remember right, I don't even know if they use a bunch of the letters and numbers. I'd have to go look. Anyway, I can definitely see why people do it this way. Does it actually matter when you're diamond painting? I think it's just a matter of what makes you comfortable. I definitely was way more uncomfortable kitting this up than I am usually just doing it by DMC, but maybe that's just a comfort thing because I don't usually do it this way. But I definitely do feel like I had to make more decisions than if I'd just done it by DMC. Decision fatigue is a real thing for me personally. So if I can cut out the number of decisions that I have to make, that's better for me. Your mileage may vary. So I know I asked how everybody would do this. And like I said, this seemed to be kind of the consensus for the most part, to do numbers, then letters. And then after that, it kind of fell to lots of different ways. This is how I did it. Would you have done it differently? Is there a symbol that you would have grouped somewhere else? Let me know in the comments down below. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.